to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. A full evening, afternoon and evening today. So let's go with adopt the agenda.
Make a motion to adopt the agenda as presented.
I'll second that.
Motion and a second. Any questions, comments, anything to change? Change or add?
To add, there's 3 additional part-time dispatchers to hire.
Yeah,
Okay.
I already got that down.
Yeah, we got the backup information on those, right?
Yep.
Yes, we
Yeah.
did.
Okay, so authorized hiring of.
I just put a 4 there.
Yeah.
Oh, 4, okay, yeah, 4. Part-time dispatch, okay, let's see, anything else?
I don't have anything.
I don't have anything else.
Okay,
That being said, I'll amend the motion to, adopt the agenda as amended.
I'll second that.
okay, now call for a vote, all in favor? Thank you, motion carries. Draft minutes pending review of signature, August,
Mr. Barrett, sorry,
it's not August 1, is it?
Yeah, so on the correct agenda you have it. It's Tuesday, October 3rd.
Okay, I put that up here. Yeah, I did the one I printed. Okay, yeah, that's fine, so, August 3rd.
Make a motion to approve the minutes of October 3rd as written.
Okay,
Second that.
motion and a second. Any questions or comments on the October 3rd meeting?
To be honest with you, I haven't had time to look at it. It was late coming.
Yep, we'll go ahead and take a minute.
I will.
How about you, Tim?
I did scanned it twice and didn't find anything.
Okay. Same with me.
And we didn't need to add anything in there.
I didn't see it, I didn't see the,
Thorough scan last night's scan this morning when I got here.
Okay, and then, I do know that the bill is now currently $363.17 due to a new invoice. Do you have the ability to be able to electronically send, invoices?
Yeah, I don't see anything that catches my eye right off quick, so I guess I will do that as well.
so now call for vote, all in favor? Okay.
Then,
Motion carries. Thank you. Public comment. We're a little ahead of schedule, but, it's 1:03, but do we have any public comment?
What's that for? Is there public comment afterwards also, or
No.
is this the first time?
It's your only chance, yeah.
Okay, yep, I was just seeing if you guys had any more information about, any communications with the Wabanaki.
Wabanaki? No.
Yep, for the,
I haven't.
remember, it was Indigenous Peoples' Day the other day. I was wondering maybe we could get some more communication for outreach with the Wabanaki for the resources, for the University of Maine has a course for the people of the Dawnland.
Mm-hmm.
And it'd be a good thing for us to acknowledge in our school systems. I'd like those resources in our school systems, and
In Oxford County?
yes, and more specifically where I'm focusing my citizens initiative in MSAD 72. So the Freiburg Academy area and Maliakat, New Suncook, and Brownfield, Denmark,
Mm-hmm.
and the Maine School Garden Network through the state to loop in the school gardens and the acknowledgement of the traditional ecological knowledge of the people of the Dawnland, the Wabanaki, the people that were here before this country got established, and the people who defended this state and saved this land so that it could become a part of our country. The people of the Dawnland, they served in all of our wars and helped establish our country, and we've forgotten that. And also the Maine's Constitution has been redacted and stripped them of their right to be a part of it, and they looped us citizens in with their term as us. We are all imbeciles, and we don't have the right to our government working for us anymore in Maine. So there's a lot of neglect of transparency and accountability, and a lot of public records that continue to be swept under the rug, and a lot of elected officials who do know factually and commit willful ignorance of the law to continue the cover-up of what we're dealing with here in Maine. Every other state acknowledges their indigenous people, but Maine has not only forgotten their indigenous people, but also the members of the legislative body and the citizens of Maine, us humans, who are looped in the same boat as the Wabanaki, who they labeled as imbeciles to strip them of their right to their sovereignty.
Who labeled them?
The state of Maine and the king and the papal decrees, the doctrine of discovery, the papal bulls from the Vatican and the Pope, they labeled them that way. And then they've made it so that people that are colonizers and stuck in the imperialism, they utilize this language in law to continue to strip humans of their God-given, creator-given, unalienable rights. And then they send their sheriffs after us to attempt to shut us up here in Oxford County, like Christopher Wainwright continues.
Who's sending the sheriff after?
Wainwright himself
Okay.
is sending people after me and continues to neglect and evade accountability to the public record and the accusations he himself has made against me and my lack of ability for my right to know my accusers and the due process of the law of what he's in bed with our town's lawyer, Leah, and their selectmen who continue to strip me of my rights and call Wainwright and attempt to have me arrested, poking and prodding me, instigating and antagonizing me into arguments and neglecting my knowledge of my rights and their knowledge of their willful ignorance of the law and abuse of authority under color of law and criminal cronyism, colluding with Sheriff Wainwright and attempts to shut me up, and tens of thousands of dollars in litigation costs paid to Ricky Emery's friend Leah Ration, who they claim is our town's lawyer, but only works for the selectmen in their best interests, leaving the best interests of the legislative body to be imbeciles like the Wabanaki.
What's our pleasure?
Thank you, guys. We got a lot more stuff going on, and I'd like some assistance with the Maine school garden networks and these other state agencies that are on board and are helping assist in these areas, and our elected officials continue to neglect their duty to reach out and call upon the readily available resources to our communities. And they've neglected to even inform and educate you guys to bring these topics to the agenda, because they have their own agendas and their own dealings going on, and cronyism and their factions agendas that they couldn't care less about our youth is what I'm getting at in Brownfield, Maine.
Okay, what's our, do we have any reaction for that?
The only thing, Vinny, if you're recording that,
Yep.
maybe you could transcribe that or get it into a written
For sure.
format and present a copy to this office for for us to look at.
Yep.
And
I'm working on it little by little. I'm just here. I've exhausted all my time and energy through these resources, like with Wainwright, the DA, everybody. I'm just here. I'm not trying to sue nobody. I'm not gonna. Everybody's suing our town, and we're getting sued left and right. I'm just here to attend to my duty to civic engagement and acquire these resources like the K through 12
we have
civics.
some kind of written testimony as to what your considerations are. Then we can maybe dissect it and point people in the right direction.
Perfect.
Where to go for some resolution to your issues or whatever. But,
Thank you.
you know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're
And I understand that it's muddied waters,
This
but
is going nowhere for me right now.
and what I'm saying is my selectmen, the town of Brownfield, Maine, have neglected to bring
Yeah.
this to your
At
table
that point,
for the
put it in writing and give us a copy, please.
perfect. Thank you guys very much. Look forward to talking to you guys more about it in the future too. If you guys have any time, I'd like to sit down, communicate with you guys more outside of a meeting. just to communicate more and present these topics so we could get them, the right people debriefing you on the readily available resources, you know.
Yeah, we gotta be careful, we don't have any legislative powers over organized townships.
I understand that. I'm here as a citizen, acknowledging my duty, and I'm spearheading a citizens initiative.
Mhm.
So I'm calling on our elected officials to just do their part when they have the resources, and a bunch of them are very helpful and have pointed me in the right direction over the years. So I'm gaining ground. I'm just here just presenting this so other people could hear it, and we could get them maybe reach out to you with this video and more transparency and accountability of the resources that have been stripped and neglected and not called upon, you know.
Thank you.
They're just waiting. The taxpayer dollars paid for them already, but we just don't have access to them.
Thanks.
Thank you guys.
Any other reaction? No? Okay. Okay, any other public comment?